Eric, the word you're looking for is FUCC.
Why didn't you long jump, you fucking goon?
Shut up. I don't care.
Answer me, you fucking goon.
Did you just call me a goon?
3 times. It's because
I didn't long jump because I was too busy sucking your mom.
It's your mom too, you idiot. What are you talking about? It's your mom too, you idiot. Fuck you. I think we're one that. How many channels do you think there are that are called brothers but are actually brothers?
That's a good question.
Because a lot of people just do it because Super Mario Brothers or whatever, or like...
Yeah. Or just because it's popular to call...
But I feel like there are a lot of people...
Your friends bros.
I feel like... Yeah. You know, brothers in arms more so than actual brothers. But I feel like there's definitely a lot of younger channels popping up around that are probably, you know, brothers and whatever. Especially younger than us. Even, I mean... Obviously there's us, but even younger than us, I feel like they're...
Dynamic duo.
That's all people know is Minecraft channels and shit like that, right? So, you know, that's their... For us, is watching Madagascar over and over in the car. They're just watching fucking Minecraft parts here, left, right, and center. With a little,
there was a period
sprinkle
where
little adventure time
did that.
Yeah. That's what people that age do. She tells me about how she goes into school and their kids constantly talking about creepypastas and shit. That's their culture.
God.
Isn't that weird?
You know, it feels weird to judge them because, like...
Yeah, it feels like, back in my day, we've already hit that age. And
because, like, our childhood was probably just as shit, just in a different way. But
yeah,
just, like, exactly. I hear that and I'm just like, that's what you do?
Oh, I know. That's how I felt. I was like, are you... Like, she was like, yeah, and this... my other friend, he was like, are you talking about that creepypasta?
It's all right here at your fingertips.
And they were talking about some other internet bullshit. I don't know. It's just like, oh, that's weird. That's their thing. So of course, you have lots of kids with like little startup channels with pirated recording software. So there's got to be a bunch of like bros, super something bros.
God, this is an awful one too.
Holy shit! I don't even remember this one. Oh.
You remember that
now I do. Yeah,
one?
Now I do. And they're like, just like with Freeze Flame, they're just like, there's enough ways to fall off that make it dangerous.
Yeah, it's Shadow the Hedgehog style. They're exactly 100 coins.
Can I guys tell you about a really important problem? It's very important.
Go on.
Sometimes, the space of my face in between my eyebrows gets really dry.
Could you at least try to make a good joke?
It's true. That is what I was going to talk about. And it's actually true. That space in between my eyebrows gets really dry. And it's really a problem.
Don't talk shit!
Look at my forehead. Do you see that? Do you see the red mark on my forehead?
I see no red marks.
Okay, see, the problem is if you try to like use like moisturizer stuff, then the hair there goes back faster, and then you have to have a unibrow. But when you go to shave it, it gets drier, and then it gets like really dry, and then you get like red spot. So the question is, it's like, what do I do? Right? Right? Help me out, people.
This is such a weird problem.
Give me it is actually a serious problem that I have.
No, it is not.
It is.
Nobody cares. I can barely tell. I'm looking at it.
I know you don't care, but it itches. It either itches or have a unibrow.
You know, I just shave it off.
I know, but when I do that, it gets too dry.
Oh, you know.
Well, I do it, but it gets too dry. Is what I'm saying.
Don't call them dry bones for nothing.
That's my penis. That's always dry and red and a husk like a dry bones.
What about Eric? You used to use Vaseline.
Yeah, Vaseline sucks. It sucks for that. If you're just starting out, guys, I got all the hottest tips for you. No pun intended.
If you're gonna get water-based lube, get something viscous. You don't want the super wet, runny stuff because that gets all over your sheets.
What do you mean?
I'm talking from experience here.
This is a bad conversation. Let's go back to my eyebrow problem.
Yeah, that's a good conversation.
That's it. Let's go back to a good conversation. Let me talk about my eyebrows, guys. Guys, what's up? This is what happens once you get 115 stars. You've already done most of the purple coins. You've already talked about the Bee movie, SpongeBob movie, all the good conversation topics.
Well, we need to find an obscure children's film from the early 2000s to speak
What else is
of.
there?
Treasure Planet.
You're much better at nailing them than I am. See, I feel like that's actually like a pretty alright movie. What's the song that's in there that's like way too like doesn't belong in there? When he's like getting along with the other guy, the cook guy.
Well, you mean the one where they play with the montage where
Yes.
you find out that the father left him?
No. Well, it's the one where he's working with that guy.
Like, I know what it is,
Captain
but I
Ahab.
cannot remember. His name is
It's like one of
Long John Silver.
It's just a song of that time,
Yeah, it is very 2000s.
and it doesn't. It feels like it doesn't belong in that movie. That movie's like a weird, like sci-fi, but also like Treasure Planet.
I just don't
reimagination,
understand
and yet then
why-
they have like that butt rock, that Nickelback
Everybody's
type
just
butt
like,
rock.
oh, it's Treasure Planet, it's Treasure Island, but it's in space. Why couldn't they just do Treasure Island? And it's just like,
Hasn't
have you
there already
seen?
been?
Yeah, exactly.
Island
There has
stuff?
been a Muppets version of Treasure Island already.
Yeah, go watch
There's
the
only
Muppets version
one
of
Treasure
Treasure
Planet.
And it's alright. It's alright. If I remember correctly, I haven't seen it when I
No,
actually. had
honestly, I
critical-
think it's a good movie. Totally unironic.
It's been a
Good
while
movie.
since I've seen it, so I don't remember. I remember being scared. Like when I watched it, I was scared of that guy that killed that one guy, the rock guy. That guy
Oh
killed him.
yeah, the scorpion.
Yeah, the weird scorpion guy. I was
Scorpion
scared the hell of
Jones.
that guy. I don't know when it came out. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe I'm confusing it with another obscure cartoon character.
No.
3D
That
cartoon
guy,
character.
that character is definitely in the movie.
I know he's in the movie, but I'm saying I don't know if I'm getting him or some other character that I was scared as a kid messed up. Because I don't know when that came out. That was definitely early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
It had that sort of CG.
Yeah, it definitely did. I know exactly. what you mean.
2002!
That sort of period where like it was
It
kind of
has
transition.
7.1. Joseph Gordon-Levitt apparently played Jim. Martin
Oh.
Short played Ben.
Oh, that was the robot.
Oh!
The centroid of the mechanism.
Yeah. This is just what we do. We just look up shit, look up movies. From
And
the
then
early
Dr.
40s.
Dilbert Doppler.
And be like, oh, that guy played him, and people
Yep.
are probably sick of this shit. Either that, either
You
that,
do that a lot.
either they're sick of it or they're right there with us. I feel like it's a dichotomy here. Jim Ward was in there somewhere, but I don't know
Who was
as
he?
who. It doesn't say. I'm just on like regular ass Google. Apparently they have a cast feature. I guess I could go to IMDb, but I don't know that I'll say it. He's not credited. I don't know why.
I'm trying to think of who he would be. He has a very distinct voice.
Can you tell me some? I recognize the name, that's why I said it, but I don't actually remember. Like I can't think of.
He's
like,
Chet, You Betcha, and Captain Quark.
Oh, that would explain why. Because we were just talking. It says he used additional voices.
Oh.
Maybe it's just like aliens and stuff. We were just talking about. I was just like, who plays Captain Quark? So that just the other day. Since I was playing Ratchet and Clank for the first time since it's the only PS2 game I wanted to play, and that was the only thing that was hooked up. And Michael has. Whenever Michael touches one of the TVs in the house, it becomes impossible to use. Like I'm pretty good at messing around with inputs and stuff. I sound like an old
So
man.
simple.
It sounds not when you're fucking recording capture card and all that shit is hooked up. I mean, in that case, it was pretty simple. But when I'm down here, I feel like I have no clue. Like if I wanted to play an N64 game,
Well, then you'd set it to
Impossible.
to
It'd be
AV,
impossible.
and then you'd set the input on the AV receiver to the console in question. Simple.
I feel like you know what I mean. Not when your fucking capture card is down here.
Oh yeah, in that case, I have an S-Video plugin on it,
Which you
so that I
leave.
get higher quality footage.
Yes, but you leave it there, and then
All you have to do is swap out the inputs. It's still plugged into the
I
receiver.
figured that out with the PS2, at least. At least that. I don't know. I feel like an old man when it comes to that kind of stuff, I guess. I thought I was pretty alright at it. But only when it's like simple stuff. When it's pretty obvious, which I guess doesn't take any knowledge at all. So, I guess I take everything back. But, Michael, when you're messing around with computer games,
Sasquatch.
when you're messing around with Sasquatch and or computer games, I'm the guy to go to.
Like, could you tell me what a C buffer is or whatever?
No. I'm not that good at it, alright?
I'm just like, here's what you need to do to optimize Dolphin to play 1,000-Year Door. You gotta turn this on, otherwise the paper effect, you know, when the buildings fold out, that won't work.
If you're emulating.
And then it's just like, oh, turn on the C-frame buffer to main and
I'm more talking about modern games.
Yeah. Alright, I suppose that disposes of that issue.
Well then. Well then. Can we think of some phrases that people pronounce a very specific way and change them to annoy people? For example, you don't say, when you say, I know of somebody, you don't say,
I know of somebody.
Yeah, exactly. You don't.
It's iambic pentameter is what it is. That's like the rhythm
really?
that people use to pronounce words.
Believe,
you know how when people do an Italian accent, they're just like, oh, I'm Italian and I do this.
Yeah.
That's like Italians speak in a different pattern than iambic pentameter.
I think we're English, and our roots comes from Shakespeare.
But Eric, if you are Italian, then you are Greek.
Shut the fuck up. I think probably comes a lot from Shakespeare, right?
Well, Shakespeare, like everything, was iambic pentameter, yes, but English itself is in that same rhythm. Okay,
so it wasn't because of Shakespeare. I know that Shakespeare, like, definitely had like a big, like a really big influence on the way we speak, or at least back then. And this leads to that, or whatever. The butterfly effect.
Not really what the butterfly effect is, but
I was just thinking of Until Dawn, which you don't know much about, so it fell flat. Speaking of Until Dawn, for anybody who knows that game, the guy who plays Josh is also the guy from Mr. Robot or whatever, that show that's being, I don't know if it's being rebooted or if it's just getting another season.
Yeah, it's called Robot Reboot. Mr. Robot Rebooted.
Is it actually called
No.
Shut the fuck up.
Of course not.
Eric messing with Sasquatch. I was very confused.
Messing with Sasquatch.
I used to know a lot about Sasquatch when I gave that speech. I didn't believe in Sasquatch, but it was a persuasive speech. I was more interested in the art, like everything behind persuasion, rhetoric in general. So I tried to see if I could write a convincing speech about something I didn't believe in. So I gave somebody was actually like, I actually believe that there could be Sasquatch out there now, and I was like,
have you made the world a better place?
No. But yeah, I don't know. It's more likely than you'd think. That being said, there's still no fucking Sasquatch.
Hey Eric, did you hear about how they found Sasquatch DNA? It's remarkably similar to human DNA.
It's just a little furrier. The DNA was a little furrier.
That must be the os.
Really slightly obscure Carl Pilkington references.
I didn't laugh when I said that her arse had the same problem.
I love Carl. Did you know that?
Yes, I figured that out.
Carl Pilkington. The guy from An Idiot Abroad, the Ricky Gervais show, the bald guy. If you don't know who he is, you should. You should learn who he is. Even if you don't like Ricky Gervais. Because he's a funny guy.
Now, what does he do? What has he done on his own that's been funny?
Carl?
No. Ricky?
Well, okay. So the thing that he started off doing was The Office. He made the original Office. Which, while not as big here, he oversaw the American Office. But The Office was huge in Great Britain. It's a lot more drier, and if you've seen anything Ricky Gervais is, it has that like awkward sort of cringy humor. Not like cringe videos online, but like not like fucking Filthy Frank stuff. He's not even nearly as bad as some of the shit that's out there.
You know, I think that "It's Time to Stop" thing I used is from Filthy Frank.
One of my friends, it was Griffin, or you, Michael, and he had me watch part of Vomit Cake with him, and I was like, I'm done. It's like him, this other British guy, and How To Basic. Do you know who How To Basic is?
Yes. The egg guy.
and they made a cake where I'm not even gonna describe it. If you want to watch it, go watch it.
Is
It's
it not vomit?
cake? I mean, what do you think? There's vomit in the cake, and they make it and they eat it.
And then they vomit some more.
Probably, I don't know. I stopped watching. I told you this. He's like, we're gonna finish this. So you're making it to the end, and I was like, nah, fuck you, dude. Don't watch any more of this.
Reminds me of
I hate
Chubby
that
Bunny.
shit. Anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, Ricky Gervais started with The Office, the original Office. Then he made something called Extras,
Fuck's
which is
sake.
sort of like his second show. That's when he started working with Ben Stiller and more like a bunch of more famous people and stuff like that. But that's why Ricky Gervais is in all those Ben Stiller movies, somewhere here or there,
Yeah.
because they know each other. 'Cause they work
As
together.
the Ricky Gervais, aka the museum curator from Night at the Museum.
Perfect example. And those were the two
No.
shows.
The museum curator from Night at the Museum 2.
Not the first one. Although he did play in the first one. But, you know, he's the frog. John Cleese was the frog from Shrek 3, not from Shrek 2.
Exactly.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Get on the program. Okay, so
program.
after that,
Talking about British people here. you
I
gotta
think
say
he
that, right?
started, after those shows, started making movies. I don't know when he started, when he started hosting the Golden Globes. He's done that several times now. He does a lot of stand-up, which is a lot of religion bashing.
You know, apparently he believes in God again. Mom told me the other day.
He does?
Yeah, he posted something on Twitter about how he believes in him again.
I don't believe it. He was so anti-religion.
That's what the invention of lying is about, basically.
That's been his shtick for the longest time. So I feel like if there's something on Twitter like that, it was, you know, it was joking. That's just like him to do. And the thing is, I don't even really like his stand-up very much. Because it's not like smart religious bashing. Like, it's so much. I don't know if it's just like maybe the one stand-up like thing I saw or what it was. Or the bits of it that I've seen, but it seems like it's very focused on that subject all the time. And it's not like smart. Like it's like people who don't understand religion, that's probably to make it more generalized. I'm sure he's smart enough to know more about because that's what I don't like. I don't like it when people who don't know about religion, who don't understand it, make fun of it. If you actually understand it, you can actually make fun. But when you're like, Noah's Ark is impossible, isn't that stupid? There's no way it could be real. It's like, that's really not the point. Nobody with a brain who's religious actually believes Noah's Ark was real or Adam and Eve actually happened. Those are people from South Carolina. Those are the crazy people. And that's what he did on that show. He was like, Noah's Ark. That's how Carl thinks it is, for example. that's why all they talk. But that's fine. That's different. He's actually talking with somebody who actually sort of always goes back to Noah's Ark. Remember his show, Do We Need Him? It wasn't yes or no. It was yes or Noah. Yes, we get rid of him, or Noah puts him on his ark. And you would ask like biologists this. It was so cringy.
Guess we're keeping him then.
I hated that. I'm glad it was very short-lived because he got bored because he started realizing that they were just gonna say yes every time whenever he asked an expert whether or not we needed an animal. The only time they said yes to anything is they would say yes just to get him to shut up. There's this one guy who's like, yeah, we can get rid of slugs or whatever, just to get him I forget what it was for originally. Land slugs, I think, because he wanted to get rid of sea slugs. And he said, of course, he's super from Manchester, so he says slugs. Anyway, I love Carl. He's hilarious. Sometimes he's really brilliant. He thinks of things that you'd never think of.
Sometimes it takes the people who you never imagine anything of to do the things you would never imagine. That's a quote from The Imitation. That's the quote from The Imitation Game, starring Benedict Cumberbatch as the homosexual.
Did you say Cumberpatch?
Yeah. That's his name.
Benedict Cumberbatch? Oh,
It's spelled
Cumberbund?
it's spelt Cumberpatch.
it's definitely not pronounced that way.
Well, then
Dave
look up
Boy.
how it's pronounced.
It's definitely not pronounced Cumber.
Then why is it spelled that way?
Anyway, what were we saying? Oh,
Like, what is with all these useless letters that the English language? Like, why is laugh spelt with a GH? How is that pronounced like an F? Why is there a G in
I don't know. I
phlegm?
didn't know Carl was in the room with us.
Why is there a G in phlegm? You don't pronounce it, so why is it
Michael
there?
pronounced phlegm for the longest time.
Because there's a fucking G in it. Why is there a G if it's not meant to be pronounced?
It was like only a couple years ago at most when our mom was like, it's pronounced phlegm, and you're like, what? You never even heard that word. They were like two different words to you. Phlegm. It's gotta be phlegm.
Heath Fledgem.
That was so far on. I can't even believe you said that.
Well, I suppose he is now, since he's been rotting.
Stop! Amazon will not stand for this, Michael.
They might revoke my Prime membership.
No.
Which lets you get free 2-day shipping.
They might kick you out of their bed. They won't get
I
you.
have to
They
sleep
won't
on
get
the
you
couch like
coffee.
that.
They won't get you coffee in the morning.
I'm gonna have to sleep on the couch like Dad.
I heard you.
Yeah.
And he does that because he wants to.
I hate you.
All right, this is weird. This is weird to have in our Let's Play right now.
Nobody's watching.